Federal law enforcement went into the Chicago area and decided that it was time to clean out the criminals. Now, the Democrats are trying to say that they did this. Never mind that Democrat run cities have the highest crime rates in the nation, and it only gets worse. Now, mind you, at times it drops, but it always rises. It never stays down for very long. Why? Because they don't care about their citizens, they only care about optics. So, Trump's little push into Chicago has brought down crime rates quite a bit. And even though the Democrats are trying to claim that they're the reason that it's down, they're really not. Never are. On top of that, they're also claiming, oh, it was violent. Well, yes. When you're dealing with violent criminals, when you're dealing with folks who think that criminals are victims, you end up in a situation where there is violence. Most of that violence was directed straight towards the law enforcement officials that were cleaning the streets out. And when they had to do what they had to do, they did it. This isn't violence by government, it's violence by the Democrat Party because all of this violence could have ended really quickly if the Democrats would actually protect and serve the country. But no, they don't. But we're going to take a look at the numbers. It's kind of interesting. Homeland Security posted a thing talking about Operation Midway Blitz, and they also listed some of the criminals they took off the streets. And seriously, these folks should not have been on the streets, but hey, Democrats wanted them there. Think about that. Every time you're in a Democrat city, every criminal that you see there, the Democrats want them there. If they didn't, they wouldn't constantly try to make sure that these people's lives are better and your life is worse. Now, if you want to know what's going on in government, hit like, hit subscribe, because I cover federal, state, and local level. Now, if you want to help me out a little bit, if you're watching on YouTube, I have memberships there. I also have a link tree link down below that has my Patreon if you want to help me out there. Anything would happen, or anything would help, including the like and subscribe. Like and subscribe would probably help more because right now I'm having issues with one of the places I post my videos to. I'm not going to say where. But let's get into this story. Howdy, y'all. This is Paul, the Redneck Thinker. What we have here is a channel to communicate. I want you folks to be thinking by the time you leave my videos. Why? Because I'm tired of people talking via what other people tell them to think. So, watch my video and enjoy the chance to think for yourself. Operation Midway Blitz brings historic drop in crime to J.B. Pritzker and Brandon Johnson's Chicago. In a historic win in the fight against violent criminal illegal alien crime, the Department of Homeland Security announced Operation Midway Blitz has achieved what Chicago's sanctuary politicians have failed to do for decades: decrease crime, remove the worst of the worst criminal illegal aliens, and put America first. In September, the Department of Homeland Security started Operation Midway Blitz in honor of Katie Abraham, who was killed in a drunk driving hit and run car wreck caused by criminal illegal alien Julio Cucol-Bol in Illinois. The operation targets criminal illegal aliens who flock to Chicago and Illinois seeking protection under the sanctuary policies of Governor Pritzker. Since the start of Operation Midway Blitz in Chicago, homicides are down 16%, shootings are down 35%, the lowest in 4 years, robberies are down 41%, carjackings are down 48%, transit crime is down 20%. For decades, sanctuary policies exasperated the criminal crisis in Chicago. Now, thanks to our brave DHS law enforcement, Chicago is experiencing a historic drop in violent crime, said Assistant Secretary Tricia McLaughlin. Since initiating the Operation Midway Blitz in Chicago, homicides decreased 16%. I've already covered that. I don't know why they had to repeat it. But let's talk about some of these criminals now. Luis Chavez, a criminal illegal alien from Mexico and a member of Latin Kings who was previously deported, convicted of burglary, obstruction of justice, 2 counts of aggravated unlawful use of a weapon, 2 DUIs, illegal reentry, and previously arrested for possession of a controlled substance. Carlos Barrera-Vega, criminal illegal alien from Mexico, a member of the U Boys violent street gang, convicted of predatory criminal intimate assault and burglary. Basically, he did something he shouldn't have towards a woman. Sam Fan Takahotama, criminal illegal alien from Thailand, member of the Maniac Latin Disciples, convicted of domestic violence, robbery, shoplifting, 3 counts, larceny, 5 counts, burglary, possession of burglary tools, resisting an officer, obstructing justice, and previously arrested for identity theft, shoplifting twice, larceny, resisting an officer, and flight to avoid. Victor Orozco, criminal illegal alien from Mexico, convicted of first-degree murder. David Montoya Gillian, a criminal illegal alien from Mexico, convicted of possession of a firearm and driving under the influence of alcohol and drugs. Isaiah Quintilla Guzman, criminal illegal alien from El Salvador, convicted of 2 counts of robbery. Yasmin Barari, a criminal illegal alien from Ghana who overstayed her visa for 13 years, convicted of aggravated battery on a peace officer, robbery, assault with a deadly weapon, battery causing bodily harm. Ricardo Waldron, a criminal legal alien from Trinidad and Tobago, convicted of selling a weapon. Efren Garcia Gomez, criminal legal alien from Mexico, convicted of explosives possession and illegal entry. Gabriel Castro Pascual, a criminal illegal alien from Mexico, convicted of driving under the influence of liquor and negligent manslaughter homicide vehicle. Some of these names for laws are a little odd. But yes, that's some of the folks that they busted. Now, I'm already waiting for the crime that's going to happen here in the state of Virginia. I really am. We just elected a Democrat governor. Democrat a Democrat governor who, by the way, CIA officer. I don't care that she was an IRS officer before that. She was CIA officer. All they care about is psychological gains. You've got a attorney general who's already stated what he wants to do to opponents in a very violent way. So here's what's going on in Virginia. We're going to have a rise in crime that we're going to have to deal with. I already know it. When you've got an AG like who they just elected, the lieutenant governor and the governor they just elected, of course you're going to have a rise in crime. Why? Because they don't care about the people. Well, Chicago, thankfully, had Operation Midway Blitz go through there and start rounding up some of the worst offenders. Now, there's already been judges saying, oh, yeah, we're going to want to release them. You notice that judges should never have said that, but they're saying that. This is what they're saying, and this is what they're going to attempt to do. But here's the thing. We need to continuously go after not just the criminal illegal aliens, but all of those people that aid and abet their crimes. We need to start actually arresting politicians that aid and abet the crimes of criminals, not just illegal aliens, but criminals. There are plenty of those people that are elected. There are plenty of judges that have been appointed that aid and abet crime. Aiding and abetting is a crime itself. It's time that we end the stupidity and start getting real laws enforced. I cover police officers who do stupid things, sure. But here's the thing. I want police officers that are there to enforce the law. I want politicians that are not doing anything but causing problems to be arrested if they are breaking the law. And aiding and abetting is a crime. And no, I don't care what your political party is. I really don't. I am tired of corrupt politicians, no matter what their politics are. Just so happens that Chicago is Democrat ran in every sense of the word. But then again, though, how corrupt is Chicago known to be? Seriously, how corrupt is Chicago known to be? The more that you look into Chicago, you look into the history, the more that you find corrupt politicians. That is the history of that city. Yet they keep getting elected and they keep getting corrupted. It's time that we start not just going after the low level criminals, but go after the big time criminals. This has been Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Y'all have a good day now. Bye. So, folks, that's the story that I wanted to bring you on this video. And I just wanted to say thank you again for coming by. Well, hit like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff if you don't mind. Help me out. So, y'all have a good day now. Bye.